to make their way into the Army inventory, the Air Force, and the Navy. And this aircraft was an adaptation of the P-80 Shooting Star, which was a fighter jet. And it was turned into a training aircraft, one of those widely used on the takeoff. Very good control for this legendary T-33. Colyer, still to come in the Extra 330. Again, high performance aerobatics by one of our senior airshow professionals. This man has been doing airshows for over 25 years. He's going to put on an incredible demonstration for you here today. If you want to see aircraft precision, stick around for Mike Colyer, and still on the way, the United States Air Force Thunderbird. Big shout out to our great sponsors of this weekend's air show. They include Andrews Federal Credit Union. Thank you, Andrews, for all your support for this weekend's air show. Stop by their booth located at the Air Show Center. Get information all
we have our tackle.
And being part of the Andrews Federal Union family.
Yep. Yep.
And then the Thunder?
Yes.
Okay.
After Michael Colyer, and then I'll go up there to sign the autographs.
Supporting this incredible weekend. Thank you all our great sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, from your line, it's great Colyer and the Ace Maker. The T-33 was the most widely used jet trainer in the world. It made its first flight in March of 1948, with the U.S. production taking place from 1948 until 1959. There were a total of over 6,500 built during that time. The U.S. Navy used the T-33 as a land-based trainer starting in 1949. At the controls, Greg, call sign Wired Colyer. A native Californian, Greg Colyer, took to the skies at the ripe old age of 7 and got hooked ever since. Greg has been flying for 4 decades after earning his license in 1982, while serving in the United States Army in 1987. After leaving the service, he served 27 years with the FAA, making his family safe as an air traffic controller in Oakland, California, and from 1988 until 2015. His passion for flying never left him as he continued to fly as a hobby, an occasional air show flying the Beech T-34 Mentor until he imported the Russian L-29 Delphin jet in 2003.
That's Mr.
F-80 Shooting Star by lengthening the canopy.
Don't have the B-25 Panchito hat yet. I'll be going up to that as well once after these perform.
Design work for the Lockheed P-80 began in 1943 with the first flight in January of 1944. The P-80 became the first jet fighter to enter full squadron service in the United States Army Air Forces. The methods for training jet pilots in 1947 were 180 hours in the P-6 Texan, 50 hours in the P-51 Mustang, and 25 hours in the P-80 Shooting Star. Suitable as an advanced trainer and has been used for such tasks as drone detector and target towing. The United States Air Force began phasing the T-33 out of frontline pilot duty trainings in Air Training Command in the early 1960s. Navy versions of the T-33 soldiered on into the 1970s and 80s as utility aircraft and proficiency trainers, with some of the former Navy aircraft being used as full-scale aerial targets for air-to-air missiles from naval aircraft and surface-to-air missile tests from naval vessels. From your right, get your cameras ready as Greg Colyer brings in the T-33 Shooting Star. This will be a nice high-speed pass. from your left as Gray quickly brings the T-33 back around. Powered by an Allison J-33 A35 turbojet engine producing 5,200 pounds of thrust. And an 8-point roll. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice 8-point roll by Greg Colyer in the T-33. Of 4,870 feet per minute. You'll note those unique bulges on the ends of each wing. Those are external fuel tanks carried, and they're called wingtip tanks to give the aircraft extra range when necessary. Again, this takes us back to the 1940s, early 50s as jet trainers were new on the scene. Again, just some of the military history we're getting to see and appreciate here at the 2025 Joint Base Airshow. Thank you. The United States Air Force's first operational jet and a rare piece of aviation history, acquiring the T-33 and naming an ace maker in 2008. He then founded the Heritage Foundation, a nonprofit organization to help preserve the type. Greg holds a commercial pilot's license with instrument, single and multi-engine ratings, as well as being a certified flight instructor. Greg stays in shape for flying high-performance aircraft by cycling with the Cliff Bar team and occasional Ironman triathlon. Nice aileron roll that shows Greg would like to thank KO Websites, Odyssey Batteries, and Airtronics for their continued support. This time as Greg brings the T-33 back around from your left. Again, some great history in the skies over at this Air Force Base. Again, we've been able to relive a lot of history from World War II all the way to the present. Watch as Greg takes the aircraft up, and we get a nice aileron roll right across your center. Holding it upside down for just a few moments before rolling the aircraft back upright. Again, you'll notice the aircraft has a straight wing design, as early jets did not have the power to break the speed of sound at that time. As a matter of fact, when Chuck Yeager did it, he did it with an aircraft that was actually boosted by rockets. All right, let's keep an eye on Greg as he comes in from your right this time. Get your cameras ready for another great pass from Greg Colyer in the T-33. This should be a really nice picture here as he'll keep it low to the ground. Mr. Greg Colyer and the T-33 he calls Ace Maker. This is a down and dirty pass, as we call it. Flaps down, wheels down. Aviation history in the skies. As you know, museums are wonderful. Museums are great. I'm glad we have them. But watching these aircraft do what they were designed to do, and that's to fly. And that's why Greg keeps this iconic aircraft in the air. Matter of fact, I believe there was 2 others. mistaken, 3 of these aircraft.
You got a wingsuit.
Huh?
You're the wingsuit guy.
Yep.
How fast did you get?
Over 120.
Over 120?
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty steep because I have to keep up with the people in free fall, so I pitch it into a steep angle.
Right. Still flying today, so again, what a neat opportunity to see this piece of aviation history in the skies over Joint Base Andrews.
That's a cool airport.
It is. Yeah. Put them in a bag and then we'll get on the new.
Watch as he takes it all the way around in a 360-degree turn again. Showing you, hey, I can, you know, I know. The F-18 can do it. So I can do it as well. A minimum radius turn again, because if you can't turn tight, you can't fight. Even though production and work was done on jet fighters again as early as 1943, none of them became operational in the United States or for Britain before the end of World War II. One of the Germans got jets into the war by flying the
I assumed every day was
the ME-262. Now, actually, to tell you the truth, there were a couple of these P-80s that were snuck over into the Mediterranean theater of operation. Test them out a little bit, but again, they were not there to do combat. 4-point roll in the T-33.
Yeah, some over there.
But again, only the Germans got jet fighters into production and into the air in these numbers before the war was over.
They still have problems though.
Big wing over from the left this time. Get your cameras ready. As Greg's setting up for the photo pass. This will be a great opportunity to get a nice photo as you come by at about a 30-degree angle of bank.
$5 million plane that you can grab.
From the left, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great Colyer and the photo pass. What do you think of that? Mr. Greg Wired Colyer putting on a great demonstration in the T-33. Again, just showing the fun of watching history take to the skies. As again, we've been able to see aircraft from World War II all the way up for our modern military aircraft of today. Just phenomenal. Great to have Greg with us this weekend in the T-33. And still to come, more fun. There's Mike Colyer and the EA-330 getting ready to take to the skies. Again, more high-performance aerobatics. He's going to knock the shots off. Don't take your